What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? It's Wini, your favorite British locked YouTuber. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new and this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon right next to it so that you are notified each time that I upload new content. Now, today's video, as you can see by the title, I cut my locks. And the thing is, I'm not too sure if it's noticeable because I feel like I have to keep mentioning it, but let me just tiptoe a bit. This is where my locks are at. So I don't know if you want to say that I went for a trim but let me just turn around. I'm hoping the camera's not going to capture me below waist length because, you know, I'm doing nude life out here. But right, as you can see, I'm gonna just have to do this. As you can see, that is where, so my locks are kind of like bra, like the bottom part of, just like the bottom of my bra strap is where my locks are currently at. Now, before giving it a, I don't know if I should say a cut or a trim, guys, help me out. Would you call it a cut? Would you call it a trim? My locks were waist length. Literally, I am not somebody that is like really obsessed with length. I'm not going to lie to you, and I know that sounds a bit funny because I think more or less every lock anniversary I do like a length check video, but generally speaking, I'm all for your hair being healthy over actual hair length. Now, I had noticed that with quite a few of my locks, the ends were literally hanging on by a thread, as you will see via this picture. And I just thought that wasn't cool at all. Like, there's no point me having long locks if the ends of my hair basically are not healthy or are more or less damaged, just put it that way. Also, it wasn't all of my locks that were hanging by a thread, but I did notice that quite a few of my locks basically had like really thin ends. So it just looked really weird. It's like the lock would be like thick, then like towards the end it's just like really thin. And I personally believe that that is due to, you know, previous years of interlocking, because you've got to keep in mind that when you are interlocking your locks, you are basically putting your lock through the root of your hair, and sometimes that does require some type of force stroke friction. And I do believe that in regards to my hair, I'm not saying to everybody that interlocks their hair, but with my hair, I do feel like I had to pay for it in regards to basically my locks being really thin, whilst the ends of my locks, so it being really thin, whilst maybe the body of my lock is in completely different size. And I was looking at it and I just thought, no, I don't care for length. There's no point me having waist length locks, and I can clearly see that my ends are unhealthy. So it's just better for me to just give it a trim. Now, it started off as a trim and then I kind of got, you know, scissor happy, and then I kind of cut off more than I was originally planning to. But that's perfectly fine because hair grows, that's it. When I was cutting it, I was kind of thinking, should I do a video, should I not? But then I kind of thought, nah, let me not do a video. But literally, for those of you maybe who haven't, you know, cut your locks or whatever since you've been locked or whatnot, literally how I cut my lock is just like how any hair would be cut. Some people say that they cut their locks like in a certain angle so that it doesn't unravel out, but you need to keep in mind that my locks are quite mature. So literally I just, like how you would cut your hair, I just cut it straight, and literally that was that. Yeah, so at the moment I'm really liking the length of my current locks. Obviously, like I was saying, to some people it's probably not noticeable. I notice it a lot because obviously my locks were much longer to me, but to other people they're just like, oh, did you really cut it? That means your hair must be really long, because we don't really notice it, which is fair enough. However, one thing that I do want to talk about that I noticed when I cut my locks, horrific. So this is what happened. I had freshly retwisted my locks because I just hadn't nowadays I don't often retwist my hair. Reason for that is, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really care for it. I really appreciate when my hair has kind of grown out, and I also feel like not retwisting my hair like often gives my hair, my roots, the time for it to breathe and do its thing. So yeah, and I've noticed that me retwisting less frequently actually has allowed my locks to kind of thicken up a bit. Remember, I previously used to not complain, but when I was interlocking often, I used to feel like my hair was thinning out, which it was. And since I've stopped interlocking and started retwisting, and not retwisting all the time, my hair, my locks has basically grown thicker. So that's the reason as to why I don't. I appreciate the grown out look, which is really weird because when I first started my lock journey, I was absolutely obsessed with my hair always looking neat and whatnot, which is why I was probably interlocking way too often before. Like literally, if a grain was out of place, I would have to redo that look. But now that my locks has matured and I'm over 7 years now deep into my lock journey, I don't care. Like, I even don't care about the fact that I retwist my hair and maybe in less than a week it kind of unravels out. I don't really care, because for me right now, the whole point of me retwisting is just so that my locks don't mat together, because I've noticed that sometimes I can be a little bit OTT, and let's just say if I, you know, keep washing my hair over the 3 months but I don't retwist, I notice that my locks start to stick together and I don't want them to mat together. So that's kind of like my sole purpose of retwisting now. It's not even just so that it looks neat and everybody can appreciate its neatness and stuff. I don't care what people think. I just care about healthy hair, and that's that. But anyways, going back to what I wanted to say. Horrific. So after I retwisted and then I cut my locks, I then had to go to a networking event that evening. So I've got ready and stuff, and I was about to snap a couple pictures via this camera that I'm currently using. So, you know, I've posed and stuff, and I'm looking at, basically my camera comes with a screen that you can see yourself, which is really useful, unlike the old one I was having issues with. Cool. And I could see, like, how do I say it? I could basically see white stuff in my locks that I didn't visually see earlier on when I was cutting it. So I had to look very closely into my mirror, and I noticed that a lot of my locks, especially a lot of my locks at the back of my head, basically has, I wouldn't say mold, but you know, like basically locks tend to latch onto a lot of dust and lint and stuff like that. There was a lot of that in my locks, and I was absolutely mortified. So like, there actually is still some now, probably quite a bit, but I basically see, it's funny how now I'm on camera. Before I flung up my camera, there was so much that I can see. Where is it? I literally had to go to the mirror to check, but I wonder if my camera, I don't know if my camera is gonna do a good job in capturing it, but it's cause the sunlight as well is here. Let me just pick it up. Right, hopefully y'all can see. I feel like it's not okay. Can you see this? The thing is, yeah, I don't understand why my camera is not capturing it right. Can you see this one, for example? You can see here, that is literally a lot of dust, lint and stuff. Like, you know when you wear clothing, whether it's like jumpers and stuff. Okay, I think my camera is starting to capture it right. You see all that there? And the thing is, quite a few of my locks, although the camera is not capturing it well at all right now, but quite a few of my locks have this, yeah. Right now I'm just seeing shininess, and that's infuriating because it's gonna seem like I am really over exaggerating when that's not the case. Okay, I literally had to go and stand in front of the mirror again. Right, don't get it confused. Some of what you're seeing is literally the fact that my lock color, but if you look closely, if I could just place this somewhere properly. Right, if you look closely, you will see, right, for example, this lock right here, if you look closely, there is actually a lot of dust and stuff trapped in the middle of the lock. And it's not just this lock, literally the bunch that I've grabbed, quite a few of them have that issue right? You can kind of see some here, but it's like, and I could see this when I was trying to take a selfie with my camera, and I was absolutely mortified. So I was literally looking at each lock, like, and it was like inside, you can see it. And then, you know, you obviously then get the temptation to want to, like, which I did. And I did do that. Right, okay, I think my camera's capturing it properly now. It's just, it's so annoying because it makes it seem like you've just got a head full of dirt when that's not the case. And literally, I had noticed this via cutting my locks. I had no idea that it was actually that bad. I still feel like my camera, for some reason, it can't be captured, but there's a lot of my locks at the back that has this. And you look inside the lock and it's like there's a lot of dust and lint and stuff trapped inside. Now, what I did, I wouldn't advise people to do it, but I'm sure people with locks do it anyways. I noticed it, and I would just, like I said, I'll do this, and it was so disgusting. Like, I would physically see the dust like flying out and falling out of my lock. Do you know how gross that is? So it's like, I feel like I have stated this already previously in another video. Apple cider vinegar rinse or soak, like I call it, does work, but I don't feel like it thoroughly, like if you've got lint or like fabric and stuff caught up in your locks, there's only so much that you can do in regards to it. And it had me thinking that, you know what, I don't feel like there is a set way, or I don't feel like there is a way for people that have, for example, long locks like myself to completely avoid stuff getting caught up in their locks. Especially if, like myself, I'm not gonna lie, I feel the most prettiest when I'm wearing my locks down, right, and wearing my locks out. I personally feel like probably the only way that you can avoid stuff getting trapped in your locks is simply by having it wrapped up and covered more or less at all times. Apart from that, if you're somebody like myself that wears their locks out or wears their locks down and it's long, when you're out and about, like when you're sat in the bus or on the train and there's dust going around, especially if you've just oiled your hair, for example, chances are dust and stuff is gonna get caught up in your locks, unfortunately. So that has me believing, please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe that there's any way to actually avoid things getting caught up in your locks apart from having it wrapped up all the time, like I have stated. Obviously stuff like apple cider vinegar rinse or using washing up liquid, or what else do people do? Using like detoxifying shampoo like I do. I feel like it is very useful in regards to, you know, preventing build-up or removing build-up and stuff, but there is a difference between product build-up and lint, dust and other crap getting caught up in your locks. So if you're in the need for that, those products probably may not be the best. So yeah, I was absolutely mortified, and it had me picking, and then it's like I'm looking at some of my locks and then I can see it like further up, like maybe up here, and it's like God knows how long that's been in there for. So even trying to like pick it out, I don't want to mess up my lock pattern, I don't want my hair to unravel out and stuff. But these are just things for you to keep in mind, that if you are somebody like myself who wears their hair down a lot, especially during winter time, if you're rocking scarves or you're wearing like woolly jumpers, and you know sometimes what's that, there's a certain material, I can't remember for the life of me, where normally jumpers are made out of, is it wool? I don't know, but it makes your, like, your jumper will look kind of fuzzy, but that fuzzy fabric will end up in your locks, and it's like I can see certain things in my locks. So if you're like me right now and you can see that you have a lot of kind of lint, dirt, whatever trapped in your locks, you've literally got these are probably the options off the top of my head I can think of. And I'm not an expert, by the way, so I'm literally sharing stuff in regards to my locks as I experience it and as it's happening to me. But I'm thinking, okay, cool, you can pick out, even though it's not advisable, pick out what you can if it's not gonna mess up your locks. Like obviously I had just cut my locks and I'd noticed that, okay, there was a bit of rubbish in it, so you know, the ones that I could pick out I could do, cool. Second option I would say, it's probably, if it's really bothering you, is to dye your hair black. I have previously dyed my hair. I can't remember if it was last year, probably was last year that I dyed my hair. I dyed my hair jet black, and since then I haven't dyed my hair again. Would I dye my hair? Nah, at the moment I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the look of it. At the same time, I kind of don't want to dye my hair again, but if that is an option for you, then go for it. Dyeing your hair jet black would literally mean that the dye would cover the fact that you can see all the dust and stuff in it. My thing is, it's all good you covering it up with the jet black dye, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't get rid of the problem, it just makes it seem like the problem isn't there really, but that is an alternative anyway. And if you're really troubled by it, I don't know if you really want to like cut your locks short. But yeah, it has made me very weary, I'm not going to lie, because I'm now like, what the hell? I thought I was really doing a good job in regards to lock care, but then at the same time I can't really beat myself up too tough, because it's like, it's not really so much lock care, is it? It's more so much your environment and your surroundings, and you know, weather changes. When the sun is out, there's more dust about, there's flowers flying around. There's only kind of so much you can do, especially if you're somebody like myself that isn't always wearing head wraps and doesn't always have their hair covered basically. So literally I just wanted to do this video to basically just share the fact with y'all that I have trimmed my locks. So if you are a lock wearer, you can trim your locks, because I do feel like there's somehow a misconception of if you have locks you can't cut it, or you need to cut it a certain way or stuff. Literally I just cut my hair how I would any other hair, to be honest. And also if you have locks, or maybe you don't have locks, it basically is very normal, I'm not gonna lie, because I have noticed when I'm out and about and I am looking at other people with locks, I do kind of notice that they actually do have dust and stuff trapped in their locks as well. So it is a very normal thing. Don't feel like if you do have what I have in my locks in yours, then it means that your locks are unkempt, or it's dirty, or you're lazy, or whatever. Sometimes these things are a bit unavoidable. But yeah, like I said, there are options if it's possible, like I said, to do any of those, or it's picking it out. Just be careful how much you pick out. Or if you just want to dye over it. I remember years ago, way before my locks had matured, I was watching a video, I can't remember whose video it was, but the lady basically was saying that certain things are unavoidable, and what she does is every like couple months she just dyes her hair black, just so that it has a very neat appearance. So if it does trouble you seeing, you know, white bits in your hair, you can do that. Or alternatively, you can just go maybe if there's like a professional, like a local natural hair shop, or like a lock hair salon or whatever, and just kind of ask them what can be done in regards to removing, or possibly removing the the dirt, the dust and stuff trapped in your locks. Like if there is a way, just see what they will say, really. But yeah, so that was basically it, guys. Let me know, what are your thoughts on what I've said? Or you know what, maybe you might have a tip for me in regards to what I should do now, like if I should just leave it, which knowing me I probably will just leave it. Or just if you have any tips on ways that I can avoid things becoming worse than they are right now, I would very much appreciate those. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I actually feel like it's been a long time since I've, you know, kind of, I was gonna say sat down, but I'm standing up, but had a conversation with y'all. So yeah, I do plan on doing more lock videos, I'm not going to lie to you. Oh yeah, before I go, let me just mention this. So there is a slight change in how I'm going to be doing things. This channel, basically, for those of you that don't know, I am a YouTuber, as you know, and I'm also a blogger. What I've decided is I'm no longer going to do kind of like personal videos or like advice in regards to life and stuff videos anymore. If you did enjoy those kind of things, read my blog. That's what I'm gonna do. My blog is now officially gonna be like a personal blog where I will be doing those kind of things there. However, this channel is, as it says on my banner, it's going to be a Locs life and well-being. So stuff like natural product reviews, natural things that I drink, lifestyle things, like maybe if I'm traveling or something and I just want to do a couple vlogs here and there, yeah, and that kind of thing. But I will no longer be doing relationships and all of that kind of thing. If you did enjoy those, that's awesome. My blog is there, winniebuoyancy.com. Please do follow my blog, because that's basically going to be where you will get to see, or read I should say, the personal side to me and also my thoughts amongst other things. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and until my next one, please do take care and be good. See ya.